EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To the air on first down with Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steelers at 10-2 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 3-3, a tight one after 1. They go play action with Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Another run here with Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Austin. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Pickett. And this is incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Try to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 27, Pickett. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. Under pressure, they got him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Tucker's kick, good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Take it in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long.
Here's Jackson on third and long.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
Down to the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And this will not be returnable. It's out. Zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and long for Pickett.
That escapes the sand. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A punt return of 65 yards. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
I can't help it, partner. You know me. When I see a punt return for a touchdown, my excitement really jumps up a few levels. And now, I think it's got to be decision time because we are in the 4th quarter. Go for 2.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Pickett now from the gun here. And returning right back to Boykin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Pickett to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. David Ajabo, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll drop it underneath here to Snell. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Pickett. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put the capper on this game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. So that last touchdown sealed it their partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off and send everyone home.
Yeah, it's awfully nice when you're kicking off late, knowing that even if you give up a big return or a touchdown, it doesn't matter, right? You mentioned the word formality. Good job by them putting themselves in that situation where kicking off did not matter.
So for the Steelers, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's just their 3rd loss.